Okay, so we are looking for an empirical formula based on percent composition. So they gave me carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. So I'm just going to write those percentages out sort of stacked on top of each other. And I'm going to assume I have 100 grams of my compound. It doesn't matter how many grams I have, right? I can assume any amount. The formula will be the same no matter what. But what's nice about 100 grams is that my 44.4% becomes 44 grams, 6.21 grams, etc. Okay, so now I know how many grams I would have of each element out of 100, and I can use the molar mass of each element to convert that to moles. I'm going to set these all up by looking up all their molar masses together, and then I'll just plug them all in my calculator in a minute. All right, so now I'm going to just take each of the masses and divide by all the molar masses. Okay, so this is the actual number of moles out of 100 grams. That's not exactly what I want, though. I want a ratio, right? So I can make these a ratio, and I want whole number ratio. So I'm going to divide all of these by the smallest, which in this case is the 0.6163. And I'm getting, hopefully we'll get pretty close to whole numbers. That was 5.99, so that's about 6. I want a whole number ratio. Don't round if it's not close to a whole number, but if it's close, then go ahead and round it to the whole number. 9.99, I'm comfortable calling that 10. 2. And then, of course, the last one should just be exactly 1. And that's it then. That's my empirical formula. C6H10S2O. Now, the second part of the question asks me to figure out the molecular formula. In order to do that, I need the molar mass, which they gave me. So the empirical formula is the ratios. Now it could be like times 2 or times 3 or something like that, what the actual formula is. And what I can do is compare the molar mass of my empirical formula to the molar mass of the whole compound. So I'm going to figure out the molar mass of my empirical formula. So I have 6 carbons, which is 12 about grams per mole, 10 hydrogens, which are about 1 gram per mole, 2 sulfurs, and 1 oxygen. I'm going to add that all together. And I get about 162 grams per mole. So when I compare that to my molecular formula mass, which is also 162, I know that this is the molecular formula. So my empirical formula is my molecular formula. If, for example, the mass I got was, half that, then I'd have to double it or something like that. But this is exactly equal.